I live in Valhalla, as do some of you. It's a little hamlet, really, of about 3,000 or so people. It's known, really, for several things. It has growing families, discontented teenagers, more relaxed older adults, but it's primarily known for the big dam here in Valhalla that holds the drinking water for New York City, 4 cemeteries that are spacious and beautiful, and primarily for the fact that you can get on a Metro North train and be in Grand Central in Midtown Manhattan in less than 30 minutes. Metro North was the reason that Valhalla was brought to prominence 6 years ago this very week. You see, what happened was there was a wreck on the Taconic State Parkway. Drivers turned off the parkway onto tertiary roads to escape the congestion, and one driver found themselves smack dab on the railroad track, unable to move forward or backward. Just a minute before, a train had left Valhalla Station heading northbound toward that very intersection. And the worst of all scenarios unfolded. The train hit the car. 6 people's lives were taken. 15 people were injured, 7 of them very seriously. Here in Valhalla, in the days that followed, there were many questions asked. How could this have happened? Did the driver become so disoriented that they were unaware that they were sitting on a railroad track? Could they not move forward or backward? Were they unable to get out of their car? Was there an explosion when the train made contact with the vehicle? Really, when you get on a commuter train, should you sit in the first car at all? Is that an unsafe place now? But as the days turned into weeks, some of the conversations turned even deeper than that. How was it possible that after a day of work and of commuting, of conversations with co-workers about the Super Bowl prospects and the corruption in Albany, how's it possible that in a moment you could be put in a situation where your life was in danger? In my profession, of course, many people ask, how could God allow this to happen? Those people who lost their lives had families and spouses. They had homes and jobs with meaning. They were a part of their communities. They were a part of their faith communities. And it came to be that it's hard to answer those kind of questions because we can't answer why. Why does God allow those kind of things to happen? The answer is, we don't know. Why do some people get bad diagnosis and others don't? Why do some children, are diagnosed with life-threatening illnesses and pass before their time? Why are people victims of tragedy? We really don't know. All we can say is that when our hearts are breaking, God's heart must be breaking too. So it's crucial that we live our life with integrity, with honor, and purpose. 60 years ago, 2 men got off of a bus into a small town in South Carolina. Waiting for them was a rabid mob of racist individuals who took the men, beat them, left them lying bloodied on the ground. Now, one of the men in the mob was a good old boy named Elwyn Wilson. And Elwyn couldn't shake the memory of what he had participated in. For 50 years, those images haunted him. Until about 10 years ago, one of his friends asked him, Elwyn, if you died tonight, would you go to heaven or hell? And Elwyn said, hell, probably. And his friend said, you don't have to. And that began a process for Elwyn, a process of discovery and reconciliation. He went to a local newspaper, talked to a newspaper reporter, and they searched and determined and discovered the identities of the men that he had wronged all those many years ago. And to his surprise, one of them was Congressman John Lewis. He reached out to Lewis and offered his apology. And the congressman said in 50 years, not one person had ever come to him to apologize, except for Elwyn Wilson. Elwyn said, if what I did could change just one life and one heart, it was all worth it. My friends, we're agnostic when it comes to life. We don't know all of the answers, especially the why questions. We don't know why such tragedies abound. There are gaps, there are questions, there are disparities between what we can know and what we believe. St. Paul said it was like this. It's like looking out the window with a dark pane of glass. The images on the other side aren't all that clear. That's us walking through this life. So what can we do? We can live our lives with faith. We can turn our hearts around and be open to a new life, a new purpose, and a new direction, come what may.